What up, folks? I'm Ultrazilla, and today I have a review of the SH Monsterarts Godzilla vs. Kong Mechagodzilla from Godzilla vs. Kong 2021. No Mechagodzilla was hurt in the tossing of this box because it is totally empty, but this is the box that comes with this Mechagodzilla, who potentially has some broken pistons. But spoilers, he does not. Quite yet. We're gonna talk about that. Here is a lot of product shots of Mechagodzilla on this really cool box for the SH Monsterarts. Godzilla vs. Kong, Mechagodzilla from Godzilla vs. Kong 2021. So without any further ado, let's get to the review. And here's Mechagodzilla out of the package, looking pretty good. In a little pose here because I had just taken shots for the thumbnail, and it is pretty awesome. Now, right out of the box, if you haven't seen my adventures with this guy yet, unboxing Fixzilla, I suggest you watch it, especially the Fixzilla, guys, because that is going to help you. Because I'm not going over completely what I did to this guy there, but do note lot of tight joints, not stuck joints like you would get in a really painted figure where the paint gets in. There's a lot of die cast here going on in the joints, I believe, and those are getting stuck. So do check out my Fixzilla. It's going to help you if you have stuck joints, because a lot of folks are breaking these pistons that are going into the body here at that point. And that is because, in my opinion, people are taking this out of the packaging, moving the legs, and then snap, crackle, popping that right off. Not good. Mine were not broken out of the box, in the box even. Some folks have reported in the box, so do be careful. I did want to mention that all again at the top here because it is a big deal when you're spending, you know, $150 for this, plus shipping from, you know, if you're importing it, or it's something, you know, with people here as well, you know, you're spending a lot of money. So I did want to mention that. Do check out my Fixzilla for all of that good stuff. Okay, so let's do that articulation now that we have freer joints here. The jaw moves, the head moves nicely, the neck moves right there. This is a kind of like a floating piece here, so you do get more movement within there, which is nice. These go up and down at the shoulders. Then you got like butterfly joints here, which is pretty awesome. Do like that. You have rotation here at the shoulder, and you go up here, which is cool. The elbows move, single joint at the elbows. They work good, and you can swivel them. And then the wrists swivel around and move around, like so. The fingers do not open and close. I was hoping for that, but that's a no-go. There's absolutely zero articulation in the body, which is a good thing. You don't want this guy moving around too much. Yeah, nothing going on here, guys. So that might be a bummer for you. It's not for me. Now, the legs, as we've seen already, do be careful with them when you do move them. All these pistons do move, and these rotate with the way you're moving the leg. So if you move the leg, you know, nice and easy. This guy is tending to move a little bit outwards right now, and I'm just gonna go with it because, you know, and then you can move outwards. The pistons do have a tendency to kind of slip out of here too if you go out too far, so don't go out too far, all right? Just don't do it. This is Mechagodzilla. He's not that posable. He shouldn't be that posable. So don't go crazy with him, okay? So I'm not going crazy with it. I'm not going to try to do crazy splits. I'm not going to do crazy kicks or go back. I'm going to be very, very careful with this because I do not want to break any of these pegs. Even though I've done something to free up my legs a little bit, I don't care to tempt the fates on this. Your mileage is going to vary how you feel about that. I do not need my Mechagodzilla's legs to be that posable. I need it not broken. How about that? Okay. The knees bend. That was the tail that I moved. A little bit of squeaky tail. We'll talk about that. So you got movement here and here. So basically a double joint there. It's not a double joint, but it's definitely a double joint. And then you got a nice, really good ankle rocker. See that? Right in here. Rotates well, goes back, and goes forward. Really, really nice. There is pistons also at the knees, so check that out back there. Now the tail, you heard some squeakiness. Yeah, it's got some squeakiness. Oh, these things move as well a little bit, but not really articulation. Just, you know, do be aware of that. There is a little problem with that, in my opinion. I talked about it in my Fixzilla. Not really a problem, but, you know, something to talk about. Nothing to talk about here, though. Don't worry about it. Go check out my Fixzilla. You got movement all over the tail. It is a net safe Monsterarts, and, of course, he's got an amazing articulated tail. Really, really great. I really like how this Mechagodzilla's tail articulates. It is fantastic, guys. So really great tail. I gotta say, it's pretty good articulation, you know. Some, you know, stiff joints notwithstanding, initially, he's got really good articulation. I really love the fact that he's got these butterfly joints. It's amazing. And I do like how all the pistons look as they go in and out. And I love the tail. So really great articulation here. One last articulation note in the legs. I'm so focused on telling you not to move it that I actually didn't move it one way it could move. You can move it at the thigh. Again, do be careful because this moves with it. And if you twist it too much, you're going to break this. Or even break these here at the ball joints. So do be careful, but you do have some rotation right there. Yeah, this one's a little tight, but yeah. Thigh rotation, you got it. So while there's no articulation in the hands, you do get an extra pair of hands here, and you can do a couple different things with them, which is pretty cool. First off, nice sculpts on them. Done in silver, really well done. And they're like balled up like he is about to, you know, punch out Godzilla or Kong, which is very cool. They look good. Now, the really cool thing about these is there's a little mixing and matching going on here. So, you can take these off here, and these are more claw-like, and you could pop that out, and you could pop that into here. Take that part out. Nope, and you could drop it all. So you do that. You could do this. And then you got a more open hand. That is awesome. That is really, really cool. So basically you're getting 3 sets of hands here because the way this kind of palm here is done, it's more open and the pegs are open. So you put them in this one here and you got them more, these exact ones, in a fist, which is cool. That is very awesome. Or you could, you know, do the more claw hands, which is fantastic. So you can mix and match. I guess you could put these in here as well. And we'll see how that looks. Now it's really fisted, you know? So that's pretty awesome. I really, really like that, and it's different than that. So few different combinations here, like 4 different combinations here, I guess. So I think that's pretty great. I'm not gonna try to put these fists in here because I haven't like heated this up, this part. So I'm not gonna do that right now. But yeah, that is an amazing thing that you can do with this Mechagodzilla's hands, and I like that a lot. So taking a look at this Mechagodzilla in full, I love it. Proportions are fantastic in my opinion. They look great. It looks spot on, and as far as proportions go. And I like that a lot. The sculpt work on this guy is phenomenal. It looks so good. The dorsal fins look really, really nice. Nice silver. The red paint that's on them, highlighting each and every dorsal fin, looks really good. The silver that they use for this guy is great. There's not too much variance going on here. It's, you know, you got a little bit of darker colors around here, but it's, for the most part, it's like this like really nice sharp silver. A little bit darker over here as well, more gunmetal. So some parts are, I guess. I'm gonna take that back. It's a couple of different silvers here, and that's good. That is really good. However, he needed more red. I will say that. Like, I wanted at least the red in the chest. The giant Playmates has the red in the chest, and this guy does not. So that's a bit of a bummer. I don't know why they have to skimp out on this. This is a $150 figure. Why doesn't he have little red highlights on the chest? I mean, come on. I know there's going to be another version with this guy. Proton Scream and more paint probably, but that's silly. That's silly. But the sculpt work, he's really nice though. There's no doubt about that. Let's get a little bit closer with this guy too. The mouth looks great. I love the jaw there. That looks really cool. You can see that. The bottom of the mouth looks really good. Upper mouth looks really good too. The face looks great. There is no overbite on this guy, which is awesome because we've gotten that a little bit with like the Playmate stuff. And even I think the movie Monster Series 1 had a little bit of an overbite. The eyes are painted really nice. Nice metallic red. I like that a lot. Head sculpt is fantastic all around. I love his neck. Like I said, dorsal fins look really great. Shoulders look awesome. And we do have a gimmick here. So let's pause and open up his shoulder guns. My son does this better than I do. Get his little fingers in there better. All right, there we go. So, shoulder guns, a little bit darker color in there, which is cool. Both sides do it. If I could just open this up. I can't get my nails in there. But you saw it. It opens up. I've opened it before. And that's very cool. I like that a lot. I like these shoulder pads all together. Nice sculpt on that. The arms look really, really good. The elbows look really cool. The back here. Love all this going on. Kind of like these doorways almost. Oh, and I just popped off a piece of hand here. That's, I feel like, is going to be a problem the more you play around with it. But I like these curled up hands. I think they look really nice. The silver on them is a little bit brighter than the rest, but I'm fine with that. It's more brighter, I guess, because this is more gunmetal in here. See that? So there's that. All of this looks fantastic. I love how the arms are, you know, looking at the shoulder, how they meet there with the kind of ball joints there. Not joints, but, you know, kind of like circular. They are joints. I don't know what I'm saying. Joints. Joints. Everybody has joints. In here, looks fantastic. These parts here, there is black up here. That's painted. So you do get that. chest piece looks really good. All of that is very cool. And another gimmick is right here at the belly. If I can open up these at all. Same deal, they kind of open up. Like so. I think they open up even further. There we go. So you can have some belly guns. That's pretty awesome. I like that. Ribs look really good. Nice, classic looking Mechagodzilla here. I like that there is more dark here. So there is paint, guys, and you know, it's just not the paint we want, I guess. We wanted the red, but there is paint here. Like, there's no doubt about it. There's paint going on throughout, which is good. These are floating pieces again, but they look really good. This back piece up here looks really cool. That's awesome. You get that on both sides. Back of the leg here. Again, I love it. And then you can see, here we go. There is die cast right in there. See that? That is die cast. So that's pretty cool. The legs look really good. You got some really interesting sculpt work at the back of the leg, which I like a lot. Again, more of these X patterns here, like tank patterns, done in that gunmetal, which looks really good. The front of the legs look really cool. Front of the pistons here, front of these floating pieces look really good too. The pistons look really nice. Pains in the butt, but they look really good. And I gotta say, you know, when you do move them around and they go in and out, I don't know, that's a cool little effect in my opinion. So I don't mind it. I think it looks really cool. All of this looks fantastic. The knees look really good. Those are die cast, by the way. That's really awesome. All the legs here going downwards look great. All of this piece here, which comes back here as well. These move, FYI. These move as well. So that's awesome. Back of the legs look good. Bottom of the feet look awesome. You see screws there because the feet are die cast. And that is amazing. I love the sculpt work of the feet. Very, very, very nice. And the tail is phenomenal too. So we saw the dorsal fins, which look really good, but the tail itself looks amazing. Really like it a lot. And at the end here, let me back up here. That looks really cool. Little point of the tail. Like a scooping thing or a stabbing thing. It's really nice. So yeah, beautiful tail. Beautiful figure, guys. You know, beautiful figure. I think there is some good paint on this guy. You know, I know we wanted some of that red, and maybe we wanted some, like, you know, dirty weathering on this guy. That would have been cool. But, you know, you can't deny what's here. It's fantastic. It does look amazing. So just to give the diecast its own little due, beside what I believe are die-cast in some of the joints, I don't think it's like the entire joint. I feel like maybe one middle piece or the ends or something, because the way they were stuck. Anywho, this is die-cast. This piece out here is all die-cast. The knees are die-cast. I mentioned that already, I believe. Or if I didn't, just letting you know. Like I said, just giving it its own second. The feet are die-cast, and that is it. So you do have a bunch of die-cast here with the knees, some joints, and the chest. So that's pretty good. That is a very good. And for your size comparisons, let's start off with some of the other Mechagodzilla 2021 in my collection. And yeah, he's a big guy. If you compare him to like the Playmates, the newer Playmates, and the movie Monster series, he's a big guy. So yeah, Mechagodzilla, he's big. He's really big. Does this scale correctly? That's a good question, guys. I think y'all need to go watch that movie again right now, because I didn't realize how insanely big Mechagodzilla is. Now, I don't know if this is on the mark here. I'm gonna say it feels a little bit off, more on the Godzilla end than the Kong end, but I have a feeling that's more because his head is tiny than anything else. Kong looks pretty good, and in the movie, I mean, he is like kind of hanging off his shoulder with his like foot on his face, and this Kong actually seems almost big in those terms. Now, the Godzilla feels a little bit small, but he is able to palm Godzilla's head in the movie, like so. So, it is interesting, because, you know, I don't know, it feels a little off, but when you watch the movie, and I watched it, like, that scene right before doing this section, not even this review, like this section, I like pause everything and went to watch again. It's really not that far off the mark. I really do think it's pretty close, especially if you're going to do figure photography. You're going to be able to get that looking quite right. So for my money, I think this is cool. And let's talk about that too. Money-wise, isn't it better that you're getting a huge Mechagodzilla? Because I feel like he is worth the money. If he was smaller, I might not feel that. And one more bonus size comparison, because Skullcrawler here was in the movie with Mechagodzilla in the scene. This exact Skullcrawler, this is the Playmates. Those look pretty good together, guys. Those look really, really nice together. So that's something you might want to do. And my final thoughts, I really like this. I do. I'm not gonna not say that. I think it's awesome. The sculpt work is tremendous. There is some paint on this guy. There is some variance in the colors. You got silvers, you got the gunmetal. I like it. I think it looks really good. He needed red highlights, you know, to bring some parts out. He really did need those. And I'm bummed we didn't get that. Some weathering would have been cool too, but the red, I really needed the red. Otherwise, I think it's awesome. I love this sculpt. I love the die-cast content in this guy. It's great to see that, you know, they're continuing that. I love the little gimmicks with like the little spots opening up. I think that is really cool. I love the hand gimmicks. I think that's really nice. And gotta say, I like how the pistons work, you know, as long as they don't break. So, it's a really cool look. I've had that before with other robots. I like that I see it here. I just wish they kind of engineered that a little bit differently because, you know, the tight joints are hurting it and it's hurting the experience for other folks. Do check out my Fixzilla if you haven't picked up this figure yet before you do, so you gotta get a gist of what's going on there and how to free up those joints a little bit as far as what I did, so do give that a check. But I like this figure. I'm not gonna deny it. It is a really awesome looking figure, and I think it perfectly captures Mechagodzilla. So there you go, guys. That's my review. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts below, and please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Stay safe. Till next time. Peace out.